Hi guys, my name is Noni Matikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about Baloyi and everything that he avoided and everything that mattered and he avoided when it comes to the Senzo Meyiwa trial, especially the last witness, Babu Absalom Zungu. Before we do that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you'll be supporting the channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Baloyi didn't just miss the big issues. He dodged them. No signature analysis, no ID explanation, no chain of custody, and that is what's destroying the state's case. That is what is destroying the state case. Baloyi avoided everything. What makes it even worse for the state is how Advocate Baloyi handled the entire mess. When the defense exposed the cracks, he didn't fix them. He pretended they went there. Signature dispute, ID error, ID error. My God. ID error, chain of custody. Those were the things that were important when it comes to the witness, which is Babu Absalom Zungu. But guess what? Guess what? He ignored them. Let's start with the biggest problem, the signature, right? We have a disputed signature. We have a father who says, I didn't sign this. We have a document that looks shady. And Baloyi, did he bring a handwriting expert? Did he present forensic analysis? Did he even attempt to explain a mismatch? No, nothing. Zero. Silence. In a murder trial, that's not just weak, that's reckless. Now the question is it a fake signature? Because the way Babu Zungu said, no, 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 he was very firm. He was like, no, don't you dare. That's not my signature. Don't make me a child. Because Baloyi's mission was to make him accept the statement as his, accept the signature that is there, accept that the statement was said by him, everything that is in there, accept that he's aware of what is inside that statement. And he distanced himself from everything, refused point blank. Sorry, he refused. Oh, the man refused, guys. The man refused. Let's talk about the wrong ID number. Now, the ID issue, everyone heard it, saw it, everyone flagged it. A wrong ID number in a statement that forms part of the state's foundational evidence. Baloyi had a chance to explain. Was it a clerical mistake? Did the officer miswrite it? Was it corrected somewhere else? But instead, he completely ignored that one. He ignored it. And the person that helped us when it comes to that, it was Advocate Nxumalo during his cross-examination. He read it out. And he read the one that was in the document that is being questioned, which is the statement, the so-called statement of Babu, the so-called statement of Babu Zungu. Nxumalo read that one out and read out the one of the ID number from the ID of Babu Zungu. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. Baloyi decided to completely ignore all of that and spoke about the birthday. Yeah, that's what he focused on, the year, the birthday, the month. That's what he focused on. The ID number, he completely ignored it. A prosecutor ignoring an ID mismatch in a murder case is like ignoring fingerprints on the gun. It makes no sense unless the explanation is too damaging. ID error, unanswered, yes, sir. The chain of custody black hole, that's what we need to focus on. And then the chain of custody. This is where real prosecutors shine because if your chain of custody is strong, you parade it proudly. Did you hear that? You parade it proudly. If it is strong, your chain of custody is strong, you parade it proudly. But Baloy, he avoided it like it was a radioactive. He was like, uneasy. That's what he did. No timeline, no handover explanation, no confirmation of who recorded what and when, no clarity on how these disputed documents traveled through the system. Nix. If your chain of custody is solid, you show it. If it's broken, you pretend it doesn't exist. Guess which one happened? Guess. The chain of custody was not addressed. Selective record reading, let's focus also on that. Instead of dealing with the real problem, the fake-looking signature, the ID mess, the father denying his own statement, Baloyi cherry-picked the least controversial lines from the records. That's not strategy. That's damage control, and the court can see it. And us, Abondaba, we were there. We witnessed it. We saw him doing that. Oh, we saw him doing that. Selective reading is the legal version of look over there, not here. There, not here. That's what he was doing. Flipping through isn't as valekile. That's what he did, Ubaloyi. The reality for the state is not being destroyed by the defense. The state is being destroyed by its own documents and its own prosecutors' refusal to confront the problems head on. When you avoid the issues that are killing your case, you don't look confident. You look cornered, which is exactly what Baloyi is doing. State collapsing from inside. So yes, Zungu's testimony is damaging, but what's even more damaging is how Baloyi handles the fallout. No signature analysis, no ID explanation, no chain of custody clarity, just selective reading and strategic silence. That's not how you defend evidence. That's how you lose a case, Baloyi. That is how you lose a case, Baloyi. Look at you now. You are being educated by us without the degrees. I have a postgrad from UNISA, postgraduate certificate in education. After doing I have 2 qualifications, 3 metric, that public relations one, and then that PGCE one. And here I am correcting you with your PhDs. Because wow, Sana, I know. Wow. Yo, hayi niyazenza izinto ezihlebisayo mabawu. Hayi Baloyi niyazenza izinto ezihlebisayo. Iyahlebisa Baloyi. You ignoring the no signature. Yeah. The no signature analysis situation, no ID explanation, no chain of custody clarity, just selective reading and strategic silence. Niyahleba, iyahlebisa. That's not how you defend evidence. That is how you lose a case, and you are losing the case. You are losing the case. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Let's talk about another aspect of the Senzo Meyiwa case because we've got time. And they adjourned early today. They'll come back on Monday with Miss XX. See you then on our next video. Bye-bye.